Hi, so it's 2025, we've got AI everywhere, foldable phones, M3 chips, and yet the 2017 MacBook Pro still has people asking, should I buy this thing? Well, today I'm going to give you a straight answer. This is the 2017 MacBook Pro, non-touch bar, just pure classic MacBook. And in this video, I'll break down its real-world performance, design, battery, and most importantly, if it's still worth your money today. So grab a seat because this is not just a review, it's a reality check. First off, let's talk about the design. The 2017 MacBook Pro still looks sleek and premium in 2025. Apple's aluminum unibody design hasn't aged badly at all. It's slim, lightweight, and just 3 pounds, around 1.3 kilograms, and has 13.3-inch Retina display. Non-touch bar here, and honestly, that's a plus for many people. You get a full-function physical keyboard with dedicated escape key, which is preferred by developers, writers, and power users who just want reliability. However, it uses Apple's infamous second-gen butterfly switches, tactile but fragile. If you haven't already had a key replaced, you're lucky. Now, back to the display. As it's one of its major strengths, the 13.3-inch Retina display deserves some praise. It features a resolution of 2560 by 1600 with P3 wide color gamut and 500 nits of brightness. And in 2025, it still looks absolutely fantastic. Color pop, blacks are deep, and the viewing angles are excellent. So whether you're watching a 4K YouTube or Netflix content, or working in Photoshop or Lightroom, this display gives you sharp detail and true-to-life color accuracy. Back in 2017, this screen was ahead of time, and it still holds its own against many mid-range laptops today. Under the hood, this model typically comes with a dual-core Core i5 or i7 from the 7th generation, 8GB or 16GB of RAM, and SSD options are from 128 to 512. Now, let's be honest, this is not M1 or M2 Mac, but for daily tasks like web browsing, streaming, Microsoft Office, Zoom, email, and even light coding or Photoshop, it still handles very well, especially on macOS Monterey or Ventura. That said, don't expect it to handle 4K video editing or heavy multitasking smoothly. And thermal throttling is real when it heats up. Still, for students, office workers, or people who just need a reliable second machine, it holds up better than you'd think. Now, concerning the battery, Apple claimed 10 hours of battery life when it launched. Today, you're likely to get 5 to 7 hours depending on your use and the battery health. And that can typically be confirmed under the battery cycle count section. And remember, the lower the cycle count, the better the battery health. If the battery has been replaced, great. If no, factor that cost in. The battery is serviceable and not easy, but doable. As for the ports, this model gives you 2 Thunderbolt 3 USB-C ports on the left, and that is it. No SD card, no HDMI slot, not even USB-A. You'll definitely need a dongle for most things if you plan to plug in anything outside the Apple ecosystem. But one thing that still surprises people in 2025, the speakers. These stereo speakers are honestly top-notch. Clear mids, punchy bass, and a massive soundstage that even some newer laptops don't match. So whether you're watching movies, editing videos, or just vibing to music, the audio experience is impressively full and rich for a 13.3-inch laptop from 2017. And yes, you'll still get a 3.5mm headphone jack. Thank you to Apple. As for the software and operating system, this MacBook 2017 Pro officially supports up to macOS Ventura, but here's the good news. With the Open Core Legacy patcher, you can easily upgrade it to run macOS Sonoma or even future versions. So If you're a tech savvy and you don't mind a quick tutorial, OS support won't be a limitation at all, and you'll still be able to enjoy all the core macOS features like handoff, airdrop, and universal clipboard. The only thing missing on this non-touchable model is the Touch ID, so it's password login only. But aside from that, it's still a great macOS experience in 2025. So what's the price tag in 2025? You can find this MacBook Pro used anywhere between 200 USD and 450 USD, depending on the specs and condition. So compare that to the base M1 model MacBook Air that costs around 600 to 700 for used version. I think that's a tricky decision for you there to make. And if you're on tight budget and just want a macOS machine that runs smoothly for daily tasks, the 2017 model still has a lot of life. But for the performance, feature updates, and long-term use, the M1 or M2 models offer much better value per dollar. It all comes down to what you need. Otherwise, thanks for watching, guys. If you've ever used a MacBook or still own one in 2025, drop a comment below. Let's hear your experience. And if you found this review helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.